So while Shelby's eating her ice cream, her doggy ice cream, I got my next project that was delivered via UPS today. And we'll open the box now and take a quick look here. This came in from Germany. And well, I can tell you, they know how to use tape. There's plenty of tape on here. I had to pay tariffs, so that made this whole thing a little more expensive than I wanted to, but that's okay. All right, where do we open this here? There, this seems to be where it's opening up. And I got it open. I can tell you one thing, cardboard in Germany is not as sturdy as here. So anyway, there it is. The rest is just paper junk. The paperwork will keep, because I want to get my tariff money back at one point. Let's clean this up. And now let's have a look what this is. This is a SuperSense Pro tank sensor, tank monitor. And it is most likely in liters, but that's okay. I really don't care. I want to have a better tank sensor in my Rossmonster Baja. And I saw this in a YouTube video and checked out their website and figured this is actually the product that I would want in my rig if it works as advertised. Taking a little risk of having it imported, but we'll figure it out. So anyway, welcome. This is my next project as mentioned. And the current tank monitoring in my Rossmonster Baja is okay. It's not great. And I need something that is a lot more specific, because when you go out in the desert or remote areas, you really want to know how much water you have left in your fresh water tank. And this is for me a really important piece, so that I can manage my water better and figure out how long I can stay. When do I need to go back to town and refill fresh water? And if this works great, I might get another one for the gray water tank. But this will be the project that we're going to start today. Good morning from sunny San Diego. It is another hot day. It's supposed to be 86 today. It's early April, and I have the Baja in the driveway. And we're working on the next project. So let me flip the camera around. Shelby is supervising me so that I'm not goofing off, doing anything crazy. Which we're probably doing, but that's okay. I'm inside the Baja now, as you can see, and we're taking a look at the Firefly control panel here. And we're looking at the fresh water tank, that's 50%. And the other settings that this tank sensor has is 25%, so 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. With 40 gallons, that is not very helpful. Because 50 could be close to like 20 gallons, yes, naturally. But it could also be somewhere around 10 gallons before the 25% kicks in. So it's not very accurate, and that's what we're going to change today. Here on the countertop, I have what I need for the work today. So I have my drill here, wire stripper, the quick connects or switch wire connectors, a drill bit, a battery for the drill, and then here is the star of today's show. It's the SuperSense Pro Bluetooth laser water tank sensor. I imported this from Germany, so we're putting some hopefully really sophisticated German engineering technology into the rig, and we're gonna point this down onto the water tank. So this does not require any pins in there. It's using laser, and then identifies where the water level is. And at that point, it gives you an accurate reading on the app that comes with this device. Down the road, I'm planning to not wire the app, but get the results into a more smart camper system that I'm planning out as well. So that will be, I don't want to say in preparation, but that will be an interesting project by itself to make the camper inside a little smarter. Today, we're going to install this on the water tank from above, and then we'll calibrate it, and then we'll see how much water we really have in our water tank. So I'm here at the kitchen sink. I just got everything out from the cabinet underneath the kitchen sink, and we'll take a look now. So below this board and in here is the 40-gallon water tank, and the tank sensor needs to be installed from above. So I could remove this board here and put the sensor on there, but there's a much easier way to do this. So as you can see here, this round opening, that is the opening for the water tank. If you wanted to fill it from here, clean it, whatever the case may be. And we're pulling this lid out. There is the open water tank. And we simply drill a hole. Let me put the camera down and show you. And we're going to simply drill a hole here in the middle and install the sensor here at the very top. And then we pull some power from over here whenever the camera responds. There it is. So there is power here, and we're gonna just cut into the wire or splice into the wire and pull power from here. And that's all that the sensor really needs. Everything else is Bluetooth, so it should be fairly straightforward. And I'm hoping that will be an easy project with a really good benefit in return. Here's the lid from the water tank. So this is how the sensor will be connected. So here's the laser sensor, and with this lock nut, it will be installed from underneath. So I'm going to take this lock nut and draw a circle onto the lid here in the center, something like this on the inside. And then I have the exact size of what I need to go in here. Can drill the hole, pretty much install the sensor, and then just look at the power to connect the wires, and that would be the end of the installation. So really quick, really easy, and that's what we're going to do now. And by the way, the advantage of this is that none of the plastic that will come off when I drill the hole will fall into the water tank. So there's nothing really I need to clean after the fact, and just make the top surface smooth. So I still have to decide if I do it from the bottom or from the top. Either one will work. I might do it from the top, and then the crunchy pieces of the plastic will be on the inside, and then can just file it off and make it look pretty. So that's the idea. I got the circle drawn on here. I'll put it on this box, so I have plenty of room underneath. I will not hit the countertop. And then we'll just get started. We'll take a small drill bit first, drill the first hole, and then we'll take the big guy here and finish up the hole. So that is actually fairly smooth and easy. Easier than I thought, but it's really just plastic. We're almost at size. Let me show you what we have here so far. So we're almost at size. I will now flip this around and drill from the other side so that we have it even on each side. Nice round hole. It is too small so far, I can tell, but we're not far off, so that's really the main goal. Don't drill a hole bigger than needed. So I will start from the top again and make this a little larger. My Sharpie is pretty much drawn, so I'll just check and see how much are we missing. Not much. So I will just... This might be enough, actually. And there we go. So the sensor fits perfectly through here. The hole is actually, looking at it, pretty good in size, so that's perfect. So the less opening we have to deal with, the better. So that part is taken care of. So I got the sensor here from the top installed. Now we're using the locking nut and make it nice and tight. And tight should do the trick. So, looking good here. That's all it is. So now we're putting the lid back onto the water tank. Pointing the power connection, which is here, towards where the power is, and then feed a cable into that corner and make the connection. I have a 12-volt outlet here, and I have power here which goes to the diesel heater, so I could probably use that as well. So here's the diesel heater thermostat. You can see power is dead because I unplugged the cable. Let me show you here. So here's the connection disconnected. So I decided actually to not splice into the wire. I will cut the wires here and put a T-junction in there, 3 connectors, and do it that way. That gives me a little bit more flexibility with the wires and running them out of the way. The connections have been made. Diesel heater thermostat is running, so all the wiring is good. Now it's time to plug this into the sensor for the very first time. Here it is. And we'll fix the wiring, and the sensor is plugged in. So I got the app installed and the sensor has been found. Now I'm in the configuration screen. So it shows 60% right now and a capacity of 280 liters. And it says filled 168, 171. Again, we're not level. The truck is moving when I speak. So we're going to put the correct capacity in now. This is a 40-gallon tank, so let me do the math. Hang on. So quick calculation, 151 liters, 0.416 is the equivalent of 40 gallons. So we're going to change this in the app, and then we'll see how much we have. So here's the capacity. We're going to change this to 151. It doesn't look like I can change the capacity unit from liters to gallons. That's fine. So it says 92 liters. So the percentage has not changed, so which is good. But the calculation for how much water is left has changed. So 92 liters, 61%. That sounds about right. And now I'm going to look at the calibration just to see what else I have to do. Again, I'm not parked fully level, so I expect a certain discrepancy. So to calibrate the sensor, we have to measure the height of the water tank. And I'm going to remove the lid. I disconnected the cable. We'll put this over here. And then we're going to measure. And we have to do this in millimeters, so bear with me as I use my North American inch measuring tape. And the tape is clean, so we go to here. 16 3/4. So we're going to close this. That's all we needed. And now we're going to do the quick calculation how much 16 3/4 is. So 16.75 inches is 425.45 millimeters. Now for the calibration, here are the instructions. So we have to disconnect the cable, which has happened. It is more than 10 seconds, which has happened as well. Now we have to push the button left of the cable and plug the cable back in. And then the LED light should light up briefly. And then based on this scale here, I need to push the buttons accordingly. So we do not have any thousands, so we don't need the yellow. So we'll just bypass the yellow. Then we'll have blue, and that is, we have to push it 4 times. And then we have green, I have to push that 2 times. And we have red, which we have to push. I'll probably do it 5 times to round it up. And then we should be good. So the tank sensor is calibrated. It came back at 70%, or 107 liters left. I'm not standing fully level, so I expect this to be more like 68 or something. And that then lines up with what I see in the other tank sensor, that I'm at 50%, because the way how the visual tank sensors work is the moment you go under, in this case 75, you're in the 50% range, and it's not very helpful. Here I can go down and or can take a look and say 71%, 107 liters left of the 150 something that I have. And yeah, much better. And yeah, this system has an additional wire for an external display. I will not hook it up to the display, but I will hook it up to a smart home system that I'm planning to install in here. But so far, I'm very happy with the outcome. So this makes it a lot easier for me to see how much water I have left. And I will monitor this as I go. And if I'm really happy with this, I might go and get a second one for my gray tank, but that's to be determined. So all the wiring is cleaned up and out of the way. Oops, the flashlight is dying on me. There we go. Here you can see I just put some white duct tape over the wire here. Probably have to come up with something that protects this area a little bit more, but not too concerned. I haven't put much stuff in here that would interfere with it. So let's see what I have under the sink. So there's my trash bin, and then the different bags for trash and pooping. Behind it there, the red item is a fire blanket, and underneath the blue piece is my first aid kits. So there you have it. Quick install of the SuperSense Pro laser water tank sensor that I imported from Germany. Very simple to install as long as you have some power close by. It needs only 12 volts, so there's no load on it really. And from that perspective, a very simple and yeah, easy to do installation. Now with the water tank level being much more accurate, it really helps me to go out on the trips and determine how far can I get with the remaining water that I have in there. I can also then go and see how much water do I need to refill. Sometimes you have to pay for water to refill when you go to certain campgrounds, and I don't know if they ask for how many gallons you need or whatever, but I could pretty much show them exactly where my tank is, and then almost pay by the gallon. Worst case scenarios, you go into a supermarket and buy a couple of gallon water containers and drinking water and refill it. So anyway, but that's it for today. So very happy with the outcome. I hope you liked this type of video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so as well. And then I would say I see you next time in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.